Hello, fish head friends, Joe here. So, the other day, I was just kind of chilling out at night and checked in on YouTube, and Mike from Mass Aquariums and My Aquarium Box was doing a live stream. So I just thought I'd pop in, and I just happened to catch it in time where he was getting ready to do a giveaway. He was going through a My Aquarium box, and he then gave it away. It was a simple, a question. I think it was what was his favorite fish. I think it was, and and you just guessed down in the comments. I was actually the second one to guess it, but the guy right above me had won I think a light earlier in the stream. So pretty cool. I got a free My Aquarium box, and that kind of prompted me to get out all my My Aquarium boxes. I got these for 6 months last year, and I thought I'd just kind of go through them, see what I have used, what I have not used. I've kind of just tucked them away and forgot about them, and see what the value actually was, because I did cancel it, and I'll talk about that a little later on. But for now, let's get through the exciting stuff and check out my free box. So we got an advertisement for a checker. Checks all sorts of stuff. Actually kind of looks kind of cool. I may look into that. Checks out nitrite, which I'm filming it here. It'll check nitrite, phosphorus, phosphate, alkalinity, and calcium. I guess I don't really need any of those, but that's kind of cool. The normal scorecard. Oh, there we go. Normal scorecard tells you everything you get, what it's worth. This box had a total value of $61. The last month's winners and promotions and small business spotlights, all that fun stuff. So here's all that information and just some other sponsors. And here's let's see. Oh, you can enter to win a kit for all these checkers and gadgets and stuff. Well, I'll look into that and see if I'm really interested. So right off the top, we got a pack of Indian almond leaves, catappa leaves, or catappa. I think it's catappa, but Indian almond leaves, big ones. That's pretty cool. I have gotten the miniature ones for my 10-gallon, but these will come in handy at some point. And then let's see what we got here. Oh, this is pretty cool. This is the My Aquarium Box Collector's little shrimp. Hold on here. Oh, smaller than I thought. That's fine. A little blue tiger shrimp, My Aquarium Box, little statue. It's kind of a collector's thing. That's kind of cool. I like collecting random things. Yeah, so that's kind of neat. A bag of polyfill. That kind of stuff never goes to waste. I don't actually really use this stuff. I have boxes or bags of this that I have bought in the past, but it's always good to have extra filter stuff. Let's see here. So this was pretty cool. A Sarah catfish chips. It's wafers with wood. I've never used Sarah, but it's supposed to be a super good high-end kind of food. Here's the ingredients and all that kind of stuff. The facts, the breakdown of all that fun stuff. Crude ash. I don't know if I've ever seen crude ash. All right. A pen. A Hanna Instruments pen. This is the company that has all those gizmos and gadgets and checkers that I was looking at on those first few cards. Pens never go to waste. What is this? Ooh, a nice pair of aquascaping scissors. Pretty nice. I do have a pair of these, but these actually feel like they'll cut nice and smooth. My other ones, they do the job, and they're very nice and very solid. That feels nice and sharp. Cool. My other ones I got off of Wish, which do the job. I don't do a whole lot of trimming, but these are very nice and sleek. Another thing good to have on hand. And this is what I was pretty excited for. and a nice piece of driftwood. I'll have to check the scorecard to see if it says what type of wood it is. You know, doesn't make a huge difference, just kind of curious. It's got some good weight to it. Got a cool little hole. It's a pretty decent piece of wood, especially considering it was free. So let me see, make sure that's all it's in there. Yep, that was it. So let me get this stuff packed back up in here. So that was a pretty cool box. You know, it was free, so that's super cool. Even if I had paid for it, that would have been still a pretty good box. So let's see. The Sarah food is $8. The shrimp thing is $25. Kind of cool to have that. I would never pay $25 for something like that, but seeing as free, awesome. The Malaysian driftwood was $9, which that's a good price for that piece of wood. The catalpa leaves $7, and the scissors were $13. So pretty solid box. I'm excited about that one. So now I got out all of my old boxes, kind of went through it to see what I have used, what I have not used. And I went through the old, let me grab them here. I went through the old scorecards. Just dropped something. All right, so I went through the old scorecards and kind of added it up. You can look, the check marks mean I'm using it currently. The plus signs mean it's something that I will use at some point. And then this one doesn't have it, but I have a minus sign by some of them that are absolutely of no use to me. So this was month number 1. This was March of last year. I believe that this was all for the cichlid boxes, $30 a month for the box. So I believe that this was their very first month of the cichlid box. I could be wrong, but I think it was. The total value was $60, so you know, you double your value. And I added up the stuff I am currently using is basically $24. And the stuff that I will use at some point was $37, basically. You know, so every box always comes with food. Now, one to note with this one was there was a mix-up with this Ocean Nutrition, and the bottles we got were expired or expired the next month or something like that. And I was pretty impressed because My Aquarium Box, within a day or two, sent out an email saying there's a mix-up, they'll fix it. And Ocean Nutrition was real cool about it too. So the following month, we got another container of food and just some free swag. I think we got a pen and a magnet. You know, so that was cool that they handled it right away. I still use the food because it is fully sealed up in a airtight bag in the airtight container. So not a big deal. So basically I got some bonus food out of that. You know, stuff like this faucet pump. This is a replacement for like your pythons and stuff. I had actually just bought a new one, so I have it. It'll come in handy at someday. You know, these are the ceramic rings I'm using, the Chemi-Pure Blue. I'll use at some point. This rock was pretty cool. I had it in my tank for a while, but it was hollow underneath, so I took it out because that just kind of collects poop. But it was a nice rock, good quality, and you know, it'll probably go back in somewhere sometime. And then the carbon, you know, I don't use carbon, especially when I have stuff like the Chemi-Pure and I use Purigen, but that kind of stuff comes in handy at some point, so I gave it the plus mark of someday it'll get used. I don't know when. So that one was a pretty good value, $30. You know, I'm using $24 worth of that right now, and you know, another $37 of kind of useful stuff to have on hand. Here was another one where, you know, the food, I'll always use the food. Even if I don't like it, I'll use it. So I count that. You know, the cichlid buffer, this stuff here, I've never used anything like this. I don't want to start messing around with my pH and KH and GH. For me, all of those are very high anyways. I don't want to mess around with it. My cichlids have always been fine in my water, so it's not really worth it to me. Same with this bodyguard stuff. You know, helps stimulate appetite, helps fish live longer, kind of a, you know, I don't know. I've never felt the need for anything like this. So those two things to me have no value to me, but you still get, the liquid pump tools. These things, I gave them a plus mark. I probably won't ever really need them. But they might get used, so I gave them a plus. So out of my $30, I'm using $21, another $6 of, useful stuff, and then $17 of stuff that I just won't use. So that one may not have been the greatest value for me. The next month, again, the food was good. Water conditioner never really goes to waste, but I have a container of Safe that's going to last me forever. I have a handful of other, I think this was, the Fluval water conditioner. I think I even have another one of these from some other sample I got, and some other, conditioners never go to waste, but I didn't need it, but I still counted it as, part of my value. So this one, I paid $30. I'm only using $15, $26 of kind of useful stuff, and $5 of kind of a waste to me. I don't want to say a waste, but essentially a waste, Another thing was the blue filter pad. We got this right here. It won't go to waste, but I don't really use that stuff. It'll come in handy sometime. For June, again, the food. The can of bloodworms I use it, but this is a cichlid box, and I have African cichlids. On the can of bloodworms in bold print, it says, "Do not give to African cichlids." It's too high a protein and this and that, and that's fine. There's plenty of other cichlids that will eat it. Cichlids is kind of a very broad, generic term, but I do use that for my guppies and, my other community tanks, and the eels that I got for Christmas. So that one came in handy. The power head I'm not using, but that's always a great thing to have. Will definitely come in handy sometime, I'm sure. Something like the koozie, a $5 koozie right here, not really a good value to me. I don't use koozies, plus I have a bunch. My wife and I used them as our wedding favors from our wedding. I got a couple dozen of them left. So for this month, again, basically $15 of stuff I'm using, $21 of stuff that's a pretty good value, and then $14 of stuff I'm just not going to use. And for, what month was this? July. This was a pretty good month. Pretty decent month. Let's see, what do we have in here? So this one, we got a diamond bit drill. All right, so we got the diamond tipped drill bit for drilling tanks and a bulkhead. Pretty cool. It'll be useful to have, although I don't have really any ambitions of ever drilling a tank. The bulkhead might come in handy at some point, but I counted that as a good potential value. So $16 of stuff I am using, $36 of stuff that's kind of a good value, but again, I paid $30 for it. And then the final month was August. Sorry about that. Sorry, I just noticed my hands are a little shaky. It's like noon right now. I've been up since about 2:30 in the morning working, so a little shaky today, I guess. Again, the fish food was good. I used the Airline Pimafix. Always kind of good to have that stuff on hand. The Airline accessories I'm using, I actually realized I have one of the air stones left, so that's kind of cool. The lava rock, I got a package of lava rock, which is cool. It's very useful stuff. I like it. They count it as a $6 bag of lava rock. I have, a 20 or 30 pound bag of this that I paid $10 for out in my garage. So this one I don't consider value whatsoever, and other people might. And I really want to just say, this is all just for me personally, So that was my 6 months of stuff. Kind of go over a few things I have left. Touch on the Pimafix. New algae was in there. I'm not going to use this kind of stuff I don't remember what month that was. I kind of glazed over the scorecards doing this run through, but you know, again, this kind of stuff I'm just not going to use. I don't like adding unnecessary chemicals. I don't have well, I have a bit of an algae problem in my 10-gallon, but I don't really want to use an additive like that. The Pimafix, the water conditioner here, you know, those are pretty decent. The Metroplex, you know, that's meds. I'll probably use them. Same with the Pimafix. So overall, I really like My Aquarium Box. And then also, you know, you get literature on various things, various companies, discount codes. I don't know, you know, $5 off your next order. I don't know if these are still good. These are from several months ago. But overall, I think My Aquarium Box is still awesome. I got decent value out of it. Oh, you know what? I forgot one step here I did. One of the things was an aquarium journal. Pretty cool. This is the first time I used it. So for my 6 months, I paid $180. I got $109 of stuff I'm actually using. I have $141 worth of stuff that's pretty cool that I'll use someday, and $42 of stuff I'm just not going to use. I find that as, you know, a decent value, not the greatest. Even with all of this I've said, all of the stuff I'm just not really going to use, I'd still give My Aquarium Box probably 5 out of 5 stars. You know, like, I like what they're doing. I love the idea. They introduce you to a lot of products that you might not otherwise know about. And me personally, the value wasn't there quite enough. If I'm going to set aside $30 a month to spend on aquarium supplies, I'm going to focus that a little more on what I need. You know, I'll spend $10, $15 every 2 months on a thing of food, you know, various different foods or whatever I need. And then maybe I save up and I buy a light, or I save up and I get a fish, or, you know, I buy the filter and filter supplies I actually need. You know, not that I now have a bag of lava rock. I have a bag of ammonia remover, which could very well save a tank at some point. And, you know, same with the carbon. It's a lot of carbon. That's stuff there that I'm just kind of holding on to. I'll use someday. So, again, My Aquarium Box, I do actually love them. If I were to do it again, I would go for just the freshwater box. I watch Greg Jones's videos where he opens up a freshwater box and a cichlid box, and the freshwater box is $25 and the cichlid is $30. And I always kind of wanted the freshwater box more, even though freshwater technically is more of a broad spectrum of stuff you get. I felt like there's more useful stuff and probably a better value, but you know, so that's what I got. I will cut this off here. So again, I just want to say thank you to the My Aquarium Box guys. You guys do a great thing, so I really appreciate it, and thanks again for the free box. That is super cool. All right, talk to you later, guys. See ya.